Hey, it's Avi. I'm going to show you how I made the Center Easel card with a see-through shaker window. I cut 3 pieces of cardstock to 3.5 by 6 inches and 1 piece to 3.5 by 6.5 inches. I scored the piece of cardstock measuring at 3.5 by 6.5 inches at 1/2 inch along the 6.5 inch edge. Then I die cut a window using a mini slimline nesting die. I folded the 1/2 inch score line back. Then I scored down the center at 3 inches. To make this easier, score at 3 inches, flip card base over, and repeat. I folded the score line back. I added adhesive to the 1/2 inch score line and adhered it to one of the pieces of cardstock measuring at 3.5 by 6 inches. I die cut a window from the remaining 2 pieces of cardstock measuring at 3.5 by 6 inches by temporarily adhering them together while passing them through my die cutting machine. I trimmed down a piece of acetate to 3 3/8 by 5 7/8 and a page protector down to 4 3/8 by 6 7/8. I added double-sided tape to the far left and right edges of the piece of acetate and wrapped the page protector one side at a time. I trimmed all corners at an angle for a cleaner look. Then I added double-sided tape to the bottom edge and wrapped it to create a pocket. I filled the pocket with rose gold and dazzling diamond stellar sequins and sealed the top to create a shaker window. I sandwiched the window in between the 2 frames that I created earlier. I die cut 2 hearts using the Floral Hearts frame die, one from rose gold metallic cardstock and the other from brushed silver metallic cardstock. I was unable to find the Floral Heart frame die on Altenews website. However, I will link other options in the comments section that will work just as well. I adhered the hearts to the frame as to where no glue residue would make contact with the shaker window. I decorated a piece of cardstock measuring at 3¼ by 5 3/4 inches with the script stencil from the Romantic Roses Complete Bundle Set and silver pigment ink. I used one of the smaller circles from the Nesting Circles die to create an opening for a sentiment strip. I added adhesive to the top left and right edges and adhered it to the card base to create a sentiment pocket. I trimmed down a piece of cardstock to 2 3/4 inches by 5 1/4 inches to fit inside of the sentiment pocket. I added a few hearts to the corners to add a little bit of interest. I added adhesive to the bottom portion of the easel and adhered the shaker window to the card base. I stacked a sentiment 3 times and adhered it to the center of the card base to create a stopper for the easel. I added foam tape to the Lots of Love sentiment and adhered it to the card front. And that is how this card came together. Most of the products I used will be linked in the comments section of Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.